Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi Fruit Loop. What you know?
Did you know there's a company that turns dead bodies into an ocean reef?
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, so those who want to be buried at sea, there's a company called Eternal Reefs, and they mix cremated remains of a person with concrete, create a pearl onto which loved ones can etch personal messages, handprints, mementos, and then it is encased in a reef ball and dropped into the sea.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just want to be cremated. I don't want nothing fancy. Listen, can I just tell you how much Lori Vallow got in my head yesterday?
Uh-oh.
I forgot I had Bon Jovi tickets.
No way.
Way. I
So
wake
you
up.
missed it?
Did I miss it? What were we doing last night? An episode about her.
Oh wow.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I might have almost cried.
Dude, that's crazy.
No, man, she got all up in here. It was just
Taylor let you forget it. I can't
that,
believe it.
well, actually, I was going solo, which I don't mind going to concert solo, by the way, because I get into it, whatever. You can get really good seats sometimes that are normally really high if they're singles. So that was what I did here is I found one seat like just right by the stage. Instead, I'm talking about Lori Vallow. She done got up in my head.
Uh-oh, that's
I
crazy.
was so because I was covering that trial too, the Anthony Tote trial, and then we got the news about the competency, and dude, like I short circuited, and I don't know what's
Oh
happening to
wow.
me, but darn you, Lori.
Oh man.
Oh my
She
gosh.
owes you.
Yeah, because you know what happens? I open my phone today and my app's like, "How did you enjoy Bon Jovi?" I'm like, oh crap.
Oops.
Yeah. So
Oh
I've been
man.
listening to Bon Jovi on my radio all day, and it does not work. I do not feel better.
That's crazy.
Oh boy. So we want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Two Cool T-shirt quilts. You can go to twocooltshirtquilts.com/slash pretty lies and alibis. They'll know we sent you. What can they do, Fruit Loop?
They can take your t-shirts and make them into a quilt that is too cool.
Man, I look a little disheveled. Let me just tell you what just happened. Sherlock caught me loving on the neighborhood stray, ran him up in a tree. So guess what I get to do when we're done? Get my brother's spotlight and get a ladder and get said cat out of the tree because he's
Uh-oh.
crying. He don't have a tail. He don't have that sense of direction.
You better watch out, it'll scratch you.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
might be laid up in the hospital bed beside you next week.
Oh law.
We'll get a twofer. Two
There
for
you
one.
go.
Happy birthday to Larry.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Larry
lady.
Woodcock. I thought I read it was Crush's birthday, but I didn't see anything on our Facebook. So just in case, Crusha, happy birthday. If not, hey girl. Okay.
Just in case if we're a little early, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a
Yep.
little late. Happy belated or happy early birthday.
There you go.
We
All right.
covered
So
all of it.
we're going to dive back into these texts. What we would like to do is knock out as many of these before you have, well, we only have really tomorrow.
Yeah,
So we're going to try to get as much as we can in.
yeah.
I'll be covering the Anthony Tote trial by myself because right now she's all over the place trying to get ready for surgery and 2 episodes a day ain't going to work right now. So I'm just going to handle that because it'll be me all next week anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we're handling it, just sometimes we got to adjust and keep
Yep.
going. And last week you had my back. So thank you. And now I owe you.
There we go.
All right, so let's
But
start these texts. Where were we, Fruit Loop?
so if y'all remember, we were talking about Zulema had a dagger in her back. Lori was working on getting it out. Um, she was resting, all that kind of stuff. So we jumped back in with you on June 24th, 2019.
At 10:09, it looks like in the morning. Zulema says, "How are you? Is the Z here?"
Lori responds the next morning. I'm sorry, I was looking at it. She responds the next morning, "Are you going to the temple today? I'd like to meet you there and do some work, or even tonight to get together, or tomorrow. Just let me know your schedule today and tomorrow. I think this is really it. It is time."
So this, you have to remember, June 25th, Charles was murdered July the 11th. So it's kind of in high gear.
Yeah.
So Zulema responds, "I work 8 to 8 today. I know, long day. Tomorrow I have to be at work at 9. We could meet at the temple at 7:30 tomorrow. Could that work?
Lori responds, yes, let's plan it.
And Zulema says yes. And then the 25th, this is at 9:44 at night. That must have been in the morning. She says, "Are we meeting tomorrow morning?" And then she says yes.
Yeah, she answered herself.
Yeah.
I think there's some texts probably in between on other phones, probably.
Yeah, most
Uh,
likely.
so from Lori, hey baby girl, I can't get there till 8:30. You have to work at 9, right? Then Lori again, how about we work on him on the phone tonight in like 30 minutes?
Lori said, or Zulema says, sounds good.
Lori responds, okay, I'll call you soon.
So we jump the next day, June 26th. I have a, or wait. Yeah, the 26th. Happy birthday. I wish I could take you out to lunch or something for your birthday, maybe next week. And and then she says, I have a question for you. What are these experiences that Serena keeps having? I thought she thought today that she finished her physical. Is she moving forward again or is she still at the same place?
Lori responds, hey, I have her at 33% physical. I called her yesterday to see how she was doing, but we keep playing phone tag. I don't think that could have possibly happened. Dot dot dot. Sadly, what do you think we should do to help? Also, if you remember around this time, this is where Melanie Pulowski asked for a divorce from Brandon.
Yep. Oh boy. So this is the 27th. And Zulema says, I don't know. I'm just wondering if she's being deceived. It's hard to tell. I've mentioned being humble a lot to her, but she says she's being humble. It confuses me at times.
Lori responds, yes, I know. I just know that she hasn't moved in weeks, so I'm not sure what's going on with her. I'm asking and praying how to handle it. It's been a crazy week, but I'll try to concentrate on that today.
Yeah.
This is crazy about they think they have this much power.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, they're really convinced of it. I don't think this was playtime. I don't think this was make believe. You can still murder a bunch of people or know they're going to be murdered and be accountable. But look, she was having religious delusions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So still the 27th, Zulema, I see some tendencies of acting like those self-righteous people in the church. I also see how people in the church try to show off their kids to boost their righteousness. She said that she reads the Book of Mormon very fast, and there's extra blessings from that. So I'm wondering if she's being deceived because it sounds like she's caught up in the cultural part of the church. I think it's funny that because she reads the Book of Mormon maybe a little fast, she's caught up in something. Pot
Yeah.
kettle, line 2.
Yeah. So Lori responds, I agree. It's like she wants to fast track to heaven. We both know that it is through long suffering that the Lord works. It's his timing and we have to accept his will.
So they're using that to get in and deceive her. Kind of like when I was mad at Kara and they were able to come in and attack me. They will use any weakness to tear in our spiritual or energy fields. They're giving her some very real visions, dreams, and experiences.
I just want to say it's crazy that they're talking bad about the church when they're the ones that are getting ready to commit murder.
Right.
Not Zulema that we know, but
Right.
Lori.
And not only that, but they're going into a very sacred place every time they go in the temple and they're doing hoodoo voodoo.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lori responds, or she is making them up. I'm not sure. It's hard to discern because she is really convincing when you talk with her.
And Zulema says, do you think there's a way to change Iplos to the light? Then she said, I had a dream of a very dark entity changed to the light. I was just shown how to use wind and create whirlwinds at the temple. And then the next morning, she says, are you busy tomorrow morning? Again, do you know the name Serena? Is it? Yeah, we're just
We
gonna say
probably
Serena.
butchered it. Sorry, guys.
Siri, yeah, whatever. A spiritual guide for my medium friend. The name sounded interesting. You talking about Donna Serafina?
Lori responds, so amazing. Can you come over tonight?
I'm working till 8. If my kids are not home, then I'll definitely come over. I would love to see you. Okay, so here's the thing. Back when I had a 9 to 5 job, if I could create the elements, I'd shoot a tornado like once a week to where I didn't have to go to work.
Yeah, for
Smug's
real.
always working. She could control tornadoes and stuff. Well,
Exactly.
she misused that power.
So around this time, this is when Charles sends the email to Lori's brother Adam, and then they had planned the intervention on the 10th. Charles arranges to come to Arizona and also arranges travel for Adam using his frequent flyer miles.
Mm.
So that's what's going on around. They're planning it around this time. So Lori responds to Zulema, I would love it too. When do you leave for Chile?
Between the 14th and the 17th, we're flying standby, so we're trying to see what day there is less people traveling.
Lori asks, when are you coming back?
She said the 29th, 30th, or the 31st. And then Zulema says, question, I'm sorry, my dog is sound like Cujo in there because my teenagers are home. If you got rid of all disembodies, how then do we help those with gender confusion? Are they possessed by devils? Are they cursed by those who used to possess them? These afflicted and confused have been coming to my attention more and more. I'm wondering if we can help in any way. Then that went from this is still the 30th. Are you busy? I can come over tonight. I have no kids.
Lori responds, delivery period elapsed. Oh, there's something with the delivery. Something
Yeah.
happened. It was deleted.
We jumped here also from June 30th to July 5th.
Yeah, yeah. So there was some deleted stuff in here. It looks like I don't understand what that means, but those were both from Lori though.
Yep. So now we're
Um,
jumping to the day Charles was murdered. This is July the 11th, 2019 at 11:28, I believe in the morning. Are you using this phone now? Then we jump to the 17th.
Lori isn't still a delivery period elapsed, and it gives a message. It was something was deleted.
So
Um,
yeah, so now we jump to August the 1st. All prayer warriors needed. I need your prayers, sisters. I'm in Dallas and flights have been full all this morning. I need 2 seats to be available so I can get home. She prayed to
so
the Southwest gods.
exactly. Get me out of here. I've been stuck in airports
Oh,
like
it stinks so bad.
no. So Lori responds from Chad. So she's obviously relaying a message from Chad. Um, Kara 4.3 light, second granddaughter of the brother of Jared, third daughter of Nephite, disciple Cumin and Zulema. 4.1 younger sister of Moroni's wife, and thus Zulema's aunt. Died about a year before they did. 4.2 lived in 1700s in Chile. Not Christian, but powerful native healer and visionary. 4.3 today. Lori sends another message several seconds later from Chad. The answer is strong that she needs to be.
Let me see where you were because it wasn't my time to go, and I was just like, "Hey,
I
she
got
needs
it.
to
I
be
got
okay."
it. Little hoodlum just wanted in the. He wanted to come get on the podcast. Um, from Chad, the answer is strong that she needs to be in Idaho, but she will have much opposition to do so, of course. There's got to be some communication from another phone, though.
Oh yeah. Well, they
Uh,
had a ton.
yeah.
I get
So,
so
again,
confused.
oh, I know, right? So, again, from Lori, this is August 24th, uh, which it's crazy the jumping. Uh, it just shows they were communicating other ways.
Mhm.
Um, so from Chad, please send those texts to Zulema. I can't get this phone to forward them.
And on the 24th, Zulema says, "Thank you. Thank you for sending this to me. She will face opposition for sure. This world is so full of distractions and ensnares."
Lori responds, yes, it is, but I know she needs to be here too. It's wonderful here. She will love the vibration, and so will you. I've been working on the earth nonstop here, and you would love it. You feel so close to her here. It will be the first city of light, and it's well on its way. I know the Lord has a plan to get you both here. We need to be together for our powers to combine. Unstoppable.
Zulema, the same day. It will be great when I get there. I know. It will be amazing when it becomes a city of light. Question: do you heal faster now? I had a blister last night from raking the needles from the tree and it was nasty. Today it practically healed. It didn't even hurt.
Oh my goodness. From Lori, yes, I've cut myself a few times, and it just heals the next day.
Wow, just wow. That's amazing. I'm looking at my finger and I'm like, "What? What's this? Crazy, crazy good."
Lori responds on August 24th. We also got a new blessing that doubled our speed. So now instead of 4 days every day, it's 8 days every day. Now, in this time, this is when she's going to put JJ's service dog up for adoption or whatever. She's
Evil
trying to
woman.
sell it, remember?
Evil woman.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Lori responds again. So 8 years younger every year.
Oh, I got that too.
Oh my goodness. From Laura. Yes. So with that math, I will be my 27-year-old self in 2 years. Then the periods will stop too. Yay. Here we go with that.
Yes. Yes, that's why I've had so much energy lately. The hours I'm working used to kill me before. Now I'm working them like they're nothing.
From Laura. Yes, ma'am. It's getting fun.
Woohoo. I like this energy. I
Oh my
love
god.
this.
Lori says me too.
And then the next day, the 25th, Zulema says, "Are you back today?"
Lori responds, yep, by 5 tonight.
Woohoo. Then at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, "Hey girl, I forgot I don't have a car." The little details, you know. "I'm stuck at home until one of my kids gets home tonight."
Lori responds, are you getting a new car or are they just fixing yours? That
They're
was weird.
fix You good?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good.
They're fixing
Long.
it, but I'm thinking about getting another car. I don't want to put money into that car at all. I've done that before and it was a waste of a lot of money. So then later on, Zulema says, "Are you home? My son just got home and I have a car again."
Lori says, now this jumps to September 2nd. Um,
Shortly
and we
before
know,
Kylie.
yeah, yeah. Uh, hope you're doing good, little girl. I'm missing you. We got here last night, working nonstop to set up here. You are awesome. I felt a lot about the earthquakes while we passed over Hoover Dam in Vegas. It's going to be bad. San Andreas will destroy it.
I was attacked so horribly yesterday. I spent the day in bed. Chad is working on me, but he said they put spiritual toxins in me. I feel like I've been poisoned. Everything was coming back up. You got a stomach virus, sister.
Yeah.
And then the same day, feeling much better now. I bought my ticket to go see you guys on the 15th. Very excited to be there. Then the same day, I noticed the day after we worked on the earthquakes, there was one on the coast by Oregon, but then it started looking south down the line of the fault. There were earthquakes all the way from Mexico to South America and 8 earthquakes off the coast of Antarctica. It was crazy.
Lori responds, can't wait for you to come here. Surely they are trying to stop you. They know you will love it here. Now, in this time, this is when Lori and Alex exchange some text and identify Adam and Zach Cox as zombies and cause for their destruction, if you remember that.
Yep. So on September the 3rd, 2019, can you talk?
Lori says in about 5 minutes. Is that good?
Yes. Let me know.
Lori says, sorry, JJ has a super huge meltdown after his first day at school today, which we know this is when he was enrolled. Um, she withdrew him from Life Academy and was enrolling him in Idaho. So much change. I'm trying to get him to bed early tonight. Then I'll be free to talk like in an hour or so.
See, here's the thing. You and I both work with autistic kids. We know routine is
Mhm.
crucial for
Yeah.
behavior control. Look what she did. Not only did this poor child lose his daddy,
Yeah.
daddy's out of his life at
Yeah.
their hands, moves him to somewhere that's totally unfamiliar, puts him in a new school, overstimulated, new kids. He had a huge meltdown after school. Well, no wonder. You
Yeah.
read this and you're like, "Durr." I mean, really?
Yeah. It's all about her.
Oh my gosh.
obviously.
And Zulema says, no worries, I understand. Oh, at the temple today, I went to work on the earthquakes. And as soon as I said, I'm an angel of light and I traveled too, a light showed up. The brightest, most beautiful light. And it stayed with me the whole time I worked in California and Utah. I was going to have to ask you who it was that came to me today.
Lori responds on September 4th. It was us. Our assignment is together. We appear as one light. Last time you saw us as two pillars. We are now one, brighter than ever. Let's talk today when you have a chance. Yesterday was a crazy day.
That sounds about right. I'll text you when I have a break. Then Zulema says, can you talk now? Then again, can you
Lori,
talk now?
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that
It's
was Lori.
several
Can you talk
hours.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
And then
5 hours later.
yeah, sorry, I got confused. And then
No.
Zulema says, LOL, I'm on my way to the store.
That's you.
Oh, I'll text you when I get back. I have so much to tell you.
Lori says, okay, perfect. And then Lori responds again, me too.
So this is still on the 4th. Okay, we are missing each other big time. I came home from the store and my kids were in such a good mood. I didn't want to miss a second of it. I just got to my room. Let's chat in the morning if you can. Then the 5th, the next morning, September 5th, can you talk? Then September 13th, as a big jump. After this, Charles has been murdered.
Well, and this is when the neighbors take that picture of Tylee
Well,
and
Charles has been,
JJ through the
yeah,
blinds.
that's right. Charles has been murdered actually a couple months now because
Yeah,
we're in September.
yeah,
I didn't notice the
and
date. So yeah, he's
yeah.
that's right.
So
Sorry, y'all.
remember the couple took
She's
the picture through the blind.
she's still in my brain.
Oh, it's all right. Um,
So could you and James take a look at what's going on with my right arm and hand? I've been casting and healing and using my right hand a lot. I feel they're attacking that part of my body because of that. Thank you, beautiful. I can't wait to see you on Sunday.
from Lori, we just came and gave you a blessing. Hope you felt us there. We really were.
You're the best.
It was powerful. Are you better? Then Lori responds again. So excited to see you this weekend. They are definitely trying to stop you. We will do amazing work while you are here.
I know I'm making my shield stronger, but at times they get in. A motorcycle accident on 911 and is in critical condition in the ICU. My oldest daughter's dad got in an accident.
Lori says, oh my goodness, that's crazy.
My hand does feel better, but I have a bad feeling about Kevin, my ex, in the accident. He wasn't in good shape, so he's having way too many complications. Ugh. I tell you, life's a little crazy right now. I can't wait to see you guys and get a break for a couple of days. You want to end here?
Yeah, so in all that those texting, you have remember when Alex's phone pinged at Chad's house? This isn't the when they were burying the bodies, but it was prior to that. It was like on September 6th.
Yep.
So you had that going on. This is remember when Lori accessed JJ's app
Oh, yeah.
um, from his old school. Uh, and then you look at on 9/7, less than 48 hours before Tylee is murdered. Um,
She was
so
murdered on the 8th. Oh, all
yeah,
right, 8th or 9th, right? Yeah.
yeah. Um,
So she's already dead at this. She's already been murdered at this point.
yeah, yeah. So that's like what's been in between all those texts we just read on that last page. That's what's going on.
They have
Um,
murdered,
yeah,
done what they did to that poor girl.
yeah.
Insane,
'Cause-
insane. So we'll be back tomorrow with some more readings of these text messages. I don't think we'll get them all done before your surgery. There's a lot more to go.
no, yeah, there's a
But
lot.
in the meantime, I will upload earlier before we put this up tomorrow. Anthony Tote Day 3. We're on verdict watch for Dr. Husel. Could take a little while because of all the stuff they got to go through. That's what the judge said today. So we're watching a few things. Got the Johnny Depp trial, which, I mean, the trial we're covering is a little more our game. So,
Yeah.
so we'll keep it up. We'll see you guys. Hope you have a good night.